During this excellent session of the challenges in cardiology, I was requested to talk about lipids, but that actually beyond LDL cholesterol only. And of course, you can then easily think of HDL cholesterol, but also combined HDL elevation and LDL cholesterol lowering. It's beyond any doubt that LDL cholesterol lowering is doing a great job. That was not the topic of my talk. We were looking at what more could we do. Is there perhaps a good combination together with LDL lowering only? I was focusing on the idea that you could elevate cholesterol, HDL cholesterol, because from observational studies it's known that a higher HDL cholesterol carries a better prognosis. That's not the same as artificially raising your HDL cholesterol. To date, that has never been a firm success. So we can also look at the combination of HDL raising compounds that also lower your LDL cholesterol. And CETP inhibitors are a very reasonable drug to do that, both from animal studies, from epidemiology point of view, from individualization studies. But unfortunately, CETP inhibitors thus far failed due to off-site target effects, for instance. And the last man standing was anacetrapib. And it was just noticed last week that actually anacetrapib met its clinical endpoint in the major REVEAL trial, 30,000 patients. And I just highlighted what actually this anacetrapib was doing. It lowers your LDL cholesterol and your ApoB, plus raises your HDL. Probably that is not the way how it works, raising your HDL. The beneficial component is probably lowering your ApoB LDL cholesterol. It worked in mice, and now it works in human beings. So we could argue that perhaps combining it with a statin, or even as monotherapy, it could be a new part of your inventory to treat atherosclerosis and to prevent myocardial infarction. The exact magnitude of the benefit is not yet known. We have to wait for the European Society of Cardiology in Barcelona this year. But it's very interesting that now, apart from LDL cholesterol lowering only by statins or by PCSK9, we have perhaps a new compound that we can use to inhibit atherosclerosis. So in the future, you could argue that you may have a cocktail for best treatment of atherosclerosis. For instance, a statin, a CETP inhibitor, and some anti-inflammatory compound or a PCSK9 inhibitor. So in the future, we may have a cocktail of multiple compounds influencing, for instance, your LDL cholesterol, your HDL cholesterol, but also the inflammatory process that's going on in atherosclerosis that finally will wipe out atherosclerosis, sudden cardiac death, and myocardial infarctions. Let's see what the future holds.